readers. How are you? It is Saturday and oh gosh, it's just one of those Saturdays where you have like 20 million things to do and you would have no time whatsoever. It is now the end of the school year, at least for Craig, which means he's going to get a lot of reading done. And I start teaching my summer courses this coming week. So that's kind of like what I'm focused on at the moment. So I'm trying to get that done. I was supposed to teach one class this summer, and I got a call on Thursday, and my boss asked if I wanted to teach another course, and I was like, sure. When does it start? And she's like, this Tuesday. So I'm trying really hard to get that taken care of, and so I'm trying not to kind of stress myself out at the moment, which I often happens a lot. So I'm gonna try to breathe and try to get myself through it, and we'll see what happens. We're gonna be vlogging this weekend, so that's what we're gonna be doing. And right now I finished Adrian McKenty's The Island, which I loved very much, and then just yesterday I finished Hyde, and I have thoughts about Hyde. I don't know if a lot of you have finished it yet, but I finished it yesterday, and I think I'm still trying to process it. I got to the end of it, and I really don't know if it is the best ending or if it's the worst ending ever. So I'm kind of going back and forth with it. I think this morning I kind of woke up and I was thinking about it, and it's a book that you think about, after you're done, after you finish it. And I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, yeah, you know what? I think that was probably the best ending. And then when me and Craig were out today, went to Target, of course, I was thinking about, is this going to be a series? Because it kind of reads that way. I'm going to talk more about it in our end of the month wrap up, but I was thinking about, is this going to be a series? Because if it is, then my mind's going to be changed. But as of right now, I'm still kind of on the fence of if I really liked it or if it was just a wash for me. But it was a fun read. It was a really fun read. It was something that I think if I was a little bit younger, I probably would appreciate a little bit more, because I think it reads a little YA, and I'm not so much into YA, but nonetheless, I still enjoyed the majority of it. I think it's just once I got to that ending part, I didn't know exactly what to think, and I'm sure hopefully like a lot of others out there are probably in the same boat with me anyway. So there's that. So I'm still processing that, and I'll let you know once we film our wrap up, kind of more thoughts about it. But if you liked it, put it in the comments below, because I enjoy that. I usually am the one kind of talking to people online. So right now I am in the middle of Colleen Hoover's Reminders of Him. This came out in January. This is her latest one. She has a new one coming out in the fall. But Craig, in the past couple of days, kind of went on a Colleen Hoover binge and bought a lot of her books, because I enjoyed Layla, and I enjoyed Verity quite a bit. Those are fun books. There were some questions that I have about them that we'll kind of get into in our wrap up, but so I kind of dove right into Reminders of Him as soon as I was done with Hyde. So I'm kind of working my way through that. So that's kind of probably what this vlog is going to be about. I think she writes her female characters are really, really complex and interesting. and I like that a lot with her books. I think it's the male characters that I kind of have a problem with. There's a lot of toxic masculinity in these books, and especially with Verity and Layla that I kind of saw. But I think with Reminders of Him, it kind of she kind of turns things around here a bit, and I think I don't know. I've only got a little bit of it read so far, so that may change. I don't know. But if you've read this, put a comment below, and we'll kind of go back and forth and talk about it. Because I think we're going to do kind of like we're going to do our own little kind of Colleen Hoover vlog here in another month or so, because Craig bought a lot of her books, and I think we're going to kind of take a deep dive and see what the big deal is. So there's that. So work, Hoover, all of that. That's all kind of like what I'm doing this weekend. But I really, really need to dive back into work and try to get that. But first, coffee. I am going to finish up some work, because that's the most important thing right now. And then I'm going to dive right back into Colleen Hoover's Reminder of Him. I don't know if this happens to you all, but usually if I'm reading an author's work kind of back to back to back, things start to kind of meld together, and it almost starts to seem like I'm reading the same book. And that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting with this. But I need to focus on one thing at a time. And right now I can't really, it's hard for me to focus on just one thing. So I'm going to finish up some work, and then I will kind of go see how far I get with this today. I don't know if I'm going to finish it today. I'll probably finish it tomorrow, which is okay. It's not really what I had planned this weekend. There's 2 other books that are on deck that I want to finish up before our next wrap up. So hopefully I can get that done, because I still have Woman Eating left, which I just really want to get to, but I want to put all my attention on that. I don't want to focus on 4 different things at once. But so that's what's going to happen. So there's work, Colleen, coffee. Okay, awake. All right, I will see you guys here in a little bit. Happy Sunday. I am probably in the same boat as I was yesterday. Got a little bit of work done. Have to go back and finish that as well because I'm almost done with that. Just trying to get everything ready before my summer courses start. So I'm trying to get some reading done. I wasn't expecting to teach one more class this summer, but so that kind of got dropped on me last minute. And so I'm just trying really to scramble and put that together. But in the meantime, I have been getting some reading done. So reminders of him, we kind of open with this young woman. She is headed back into her former town that she used to live in. She is coming back home from a stint in prison. We don't really know why. We know that she is the cause of somebody's death, and she's coming back to this town. Not a lot of people know that she is back in town, and it seems like shit is gonna hit the fan once people find out that she is back. At least that's what I'm getting now. She's lying about what her real name is, and she not exactly a reliable narrator from the start here, but I have a feeling everything's going to come to a brick wall here in the next couple of chapters, because you can only lie so much before you are caught. But it seems like what happened before is kind of the reason why she was in prison. So I think we're gonna figure that out here in the next couple of chapters of what exactly happened, why she was guilty of this person's death, and we're gonna figure that out. Also, she left behind a small child, and this child is still in this town, being taken care of by her I don't want to give too much away because if you haven't read this, once again, this is another book where it's very easy to spoil kind of everything. So I'm going to jump back into reading this book, and hopefully I'll get a good chunk of it done today, and then kind of finish up some work, and then I will come back and talk more with you about what's going on. So thank you for that. I mean, I can taste more honey than I can tea, so that's probably works well. Okay, so I'll get back to you and let you know how I'm doing with this. I think I may take a break from Colleen Hoover after this book, because I think I'm going to need some distance away, or else all of her books are going to kind of bleed together, and I don't really want that to happen. But if you have read this book, please drop a comment in the chat here, and I'd really like to talk to someone about it, especially fans of Colleen Hoover, maybe why you're a fan of her work. If you have problems with her work, that would probably be great too, because I have some thoughts that will come up later in the wrap up. So if you're a fan, reach out. If you're not, still reach out, but let me know why, because I think she's a very interesting author. Very prolific as well. So, but she's become recently, in the past couple of years, she's kind of blown up, especially on Book Talk. So let me dive right back into this, and then I'll see you here in a little bit. Reminders of Him, and was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Not bad like in it was trash, but I was expecting it to be a little bit more heavier than it actually was. I mean, there were some heavy elements of it, because I think, in the acknowledgments, she talks about how she kind of started this book off as a romantic comedy. It did not end up that way. So yeah, it is not a cozy read by any means. I think it does ask the reader to think about what does forgiveness and kind of absolution look like to the reader. And if something horrific happens in your life, whether you are the person that kind of inflicts this pain on someone, or is the kind of like the person that gets that pain, are you able to forgive? Are you able to forgive that person for inflicting that pain on you? Also, do you have enough strength or gall to ask for forgiveness if you in fact inflict pain on somebody else? And that's where our main character Kenna is kind of that's where she is at the moment. And she kind of really goes through the ringer here. And I think what I've noticed in the past couple of books that I've read, especially with Layla and Verity, which are completely opposite of what this book is, but I think what I like the most about Colleen Hoover's characters is that there's no one that is really heroic in her books. There's no really like set heroes in any way. These are just very richly complex characters who are just trying to get through life the best way that they can. They're not perfect human beings, because we're not perfect human beings, and I think that's something that I can appreciate about Hoover's work, is that she kind of throws up characters that are very, very real to you as the reader. Some readers may not like that. Maybe they do like that kind of that strict hardcore line of here's good and here's evil, but you're not going to find that in at least in this book, or even like her thrillers or her kind of para romances. These characters kind of like live in that gray area between good and evil, and that's something that I appreciate about her books, and probably why I will continue to read her books. I will probably give it a little bit more space between this one and the next one, because I think I just need to read something that's going to be a little bit more, I don't know, it's going to take me out of reality for a little bit. So that's it. You'll get my full review of it in our end of the month wrap up here in a couple of days. So thank you for going on this journey with me. I know it was just one singular book for now, but as I told you before, I was extremely busy this weekend with work and stuff. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll kind of get back on track and get into a rhythm of reading at least more than one book, at least this weekend. So there's that. So I'm going to put Colleen Hoover to rest for now, and I'm going to dive into Woman Eating now, and this will probably be my last book for the month. If I can get this done. It's not that big of a book, so I might get through that pretty fast. So we'll see about that. So I'm going to check off here for now and let you all go. But thank you so much for taking this journey with me with Reminders of Him. I'm sure you've heard all about Colleen Hoover and her work, both the positive and the negative. So why don't you give me a shout out? Let me know in the comments what you think about Colleen Hoover's work, and Craig and I will both see you here in the next video. All right, bye.